Oh, God. You're going down. You're going down. You're not going to smash me today.
Oh, you just missed me. Ooh, Pokeball.
Damn it. Oh, what did you... Oh, no.
Snorlax.
Oh, shit. Welcome back to another episode of Extreme. My name is Zach.
My name is Joey.
And this is a podcast where we dig deep on your favorite video games.
Yes.
And as you know, last week we finished up our Super Mario 2 saga. And
finally.
Yes, it's long overdue. I need a break from that. Especially since January's coming up, I'm going to need a bit of a break.
Oh.
If you guys know from last year, January, we start the year off wrong with January. So I need a palate cleanser before that.
Yeah, let's do something good.
So we decided that before we actually get into January, we want to do something that's really fun for both of us. Some game that's been really close to us growing up, and honestly, a pretty good lead into what will be our 100th episode coming up.
Oh, that's right. Next week, I think, is our 100th episode.
I can't believe we've been doing almost 100 of these.
That's like 2 years.
That's crazy. Just think about that. We've been doing this more consistently than some people have had steady jobs.
Let's pat ourselves on the back for that one.
Yeah. Maybe Paul can help us out with that correct sound
Paul.
effect. Thanks, Paul. I mean, I think it's pretty. I mean, considering we don't get paid for any of it, but
right.
It's all just out of
that
passion.
Makes it even more,
It's all just out of a passion for joint passion for video games and making sure everybody understands why they're good or why they're bad. It's like we're doing a public service.
Yeah, we're digging deep.
So you guys are welcome. You're welcome from my heart to Joey's heart to Paul's. We're not sure if he has a heart, but we're still looking into it. To you guys,
He's got something.
He does. He has a consciousness. Therefore, he is a thing. So
yeah,
we'll figure that. We haven't looked that far into it. All right. Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit today about the original Super Smash Bros.
Yes.
So
one of the best games of all time.
It was a crazy game. It came out 98, I think. 1998.
Sounds about right.
And at that time, they didn't really have... They did have fighting games, but nothing like on this caliber.
Yeah.
Because it felt like the Hollywood equivalent of like you know how they have like those Marvel movies where they just kind of shove all of them together in like an Infinity Wars or Civil War movie where it's like, oh man, I see there's Iron Man and Captain America. It's exactly that, except they did it like 20 years earlier.
Yeah, that was exactly how I felt.
Also, like, I remember that commercial when it first came out. Do you remember that commercial?
I think I do. Like, I don't remember it offhand, but if I saw it, I would totally remember it. Okay.
Where they're all like walking through a field, like holding hands, and then just like they start beating the shit out of each other. Like, Paul, put in like a few seconds of that clip. The audio from it. Oh no, wait, don't do that. It's copyrighted material. Don't take it off. Remove it, Paul. Remove it. But just imagine in your mind Mario, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, and Pikachu just kind of skipping through a field of flowers until one moment Mario just fucking snaps, tripping Yoshi, and then a huge brawl just goes into fucking overdrive, beating the shit out of each other, throwing each other, all while this beautiful calming music in the background is playing. And as a child, you're like, what the fridge is happening here? You say fridge because you don't know how to curse yet. What the fridge is happening here? And then they just say, Super Smash Bros. Coming soon. Something like that. It was nuts.
Yeah. I really wanted that game when it came out. It took me like all my friends got it before me, and I was like so upset. I had to like be at my friend's house all the time to play. I mean, no complaints. But,
I mean, I mean that's when it was best. That's when it was kind of at its best, though. When you had like a bunch of people over, and you're just like, "Yo, let's 4-player smash this shit."
I think honestly like the best.
That's when it was at its apex of fun. It's because everybody's like, "Oh man!" Like, and you have the crazy items going on, and you have the Pokeballs, and you have all the crazy items. It's just, it's
built friendships with that game.
And you destroyed friendships with that game.
The truth.
It's like the Mario Party conundrum. You build friends. Exactly. The friends that you have that stick around, those friendships get deeper, but the weak friendships die off.
That's it. You weed people out.
You weed out the shitty people. It's a good way. So there you go, kids. If you think you're really friends with someone, play them in a bunch of rounds of Smash. And if they come out the other side just as happy as they came in, you got a good one. If they're a shitty person at the end of it and they're fucking salty as hell, you might want to consider having a different friend.
Yeah. Very wise words.
I tend to have those every so often. Not a lot. I'm going to be completely honest. Not a lot.
Enough to make a podcast about it.
I think our podcast like content is like 70-30 with like a hit or miss ratio.
Hey, that's enough.
Oh, I was saying there's 30% hit.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, at least we're on the same page. But I mean, going back to Smash, I thought it was just the craziest shit growing up. When he would go, but not even just having, like, obviously you can't have friends over all the time, so they had to supplement it with a really good single-player experience as well.
Yeah.
So, having to, trying to play it now with, like, level 9 computers, back in the day, those were very tough. But eventually, you get so good at it, but that's the point. Good. It's like, it's training you up to fight other people so that you are at a better level for the next time. But I mean, they had a lot of different options for play, though. They had time battles, stock battles. Granted, like, again, this is the first into the series, so I think what they put in there from like a bare bones fighting game perspective is very good. And then
well, like the fact that people still play it now,
for sure,
says everything.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm not saying that the single player is the reason people go back to it. It's definitely 100% only the multiplayer. But I mean,
that'd be funny.
Oh my god, it's like, guys, remember classic mode from Smash Bros? Playing it again for the 30th time.
Sad. But you know, I mean, it's okay.
No, it's still good. Do that,
go ahead.
It's good, and I mean, I liked it. When you were playing it for the first time, like, what, Joey, when you were playing classic mode for the first time, what did you think?
I thought it was like the first time I played this, I was like, holy shit, this is difficult. I have to beat all these characters in one go.
Exactly. You go through all these gauntlet of random challenges, basically.
Yeah. But then you do it, and it's like, awesome. And it's like, oh, I get to fight all these characters in a row.
Yeah, and then even, like, as it goes on, they were modifying existing fighters in ways that you can't access in the actual multiplayer, like having fully always metal opponents. Yeah. Or like giant opponents, or you could have a bunch of opponents at once, but opponents that keep respawning after they die, like bringing in like a bunch of Yoshis. There you go, exactly. Or am I thinking of Melee when I'm thinking of giant opponents? Never mind. Definitely the metal DK. Opponents. Oh yeah, there was a giant DK. You're right. Never mind. Yeah, and even like the wireframe people, you can't fight them anywhere else but in the classic mode.
True.
So they had to make very specific, case-specific things that can only be accessed in the single-player mode. So it did have a lot to offer in the way of variety. Like, it wasn't just like, Battle 1, fight Link. Battle 2, fight Mario. Battle 3, fight... Like, no, that would have gotten boring.
Yeah.
The fact that they actually changed it up and then said, like, oh, you know what? You're not going to fight Mario. You're going to fight Mario and Luigi on the Mushroom Kingdom stage.
Yeah.
Because it's the Mario Bros.
Beautiful.
Or, like, you're going to fight a giant Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong's a huge ape. And we need to give him some gravitas there. Or, like, when you're getting to the end and you're just fighting the metal people. It changes up the way you have to fight something. Even if it's not as aggressive, I believe it just really walked back and forth for most of the fight.
Yeah.
But I mean,
right.
it wasn't about it being a tough opponent that you're having a hard time beating.
Yeah.
It's like actually beating your head against a brick wall.
It's a quantity, not quality kind of fight.
Exactly. It's about beating through the wall, so to speak. Persistence.
Yeah.
It's about persistence, damn it.
Which, it's like near the end of the gauntlet. Kind of makes sense. It's like, you can't come this far. Now go through this, bitch.
Yeah, and then there you go. And then you gotta fight, and then at the end, you fight the constant that's throughout all Smashes now, the Master Hand, which again, still not playable to this day, because it's just, it's a giant fucking hand.
Is it in all of them? Yeah.
Yeah, in all of them in some way or another.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But I mean, being able to actually fight what felt like the hand of the creator, sorry, Masahiro Sakurai. But I mean, at the same time, you in the beginning saw the hand like just kind of setting up the fight in the introductory cutscene. So it's like not just fighting the creator, but it's like in this world you're fighting like the hand of God almost.
Yeah, basically.
So it's like fucking craziness.
Crazy.
When you think about it that way.
Yeah.
So to sum up my point, Smash Brothers is about fighting God. Quote it, write it down, put on a t-shirt. There you go.
That's good. That's genius.
Can't be interpreted in any other way.
That's it. I'm going on break.
Speaking of break, Paul, you mind helping us out? Welcome back.
Hey.
Alright, what were we talking about?
Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo 64.
Okay, so question. Who did you play as when you were a kid? Who was your go-to?
Oh, good question, Zach. I was always best as Pikachu.
Oh, okay. You were one of those people.
No, I'm sorry.
I meant those people who are awesome and I am great friends with.
It wasn't because of the beat down thunder move. I liked the agility and the double jump.
Okay, fair enough. I can appreciate the agility aspect of a Pikachu.
Yeah, I identify with small characters.
That's fair.
As a small man myself.
I mean, you are like a half man, so it's fine.
I'm 3/4. Come on.
I mean, I saw you on the road to friggin' Mordor recently, so look, just embrace who you are and have your second lunch.
I'm basically like an Elijah Wood. You're right.
Yeah, no, that's still a really good choice. I never really played a lot of Pikachu myself.
Yeah.
I was main. I know. I was a left field character, right? I would play as Mario,
Yeah.
which everybody's like, "What the hell?"
What? I know. But you always play as Mario in like every game, right?
I know. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have
like
no.
that.
Maybe it's because I have no personality or something like that, and I just like
No,
am a blank slate.
Mario's like Mario's like the original character, you know?
Yeah, I think I chose him because I just liked playing as Mario in the other games. So I'm like, I like
Right.
Mario. I want to be Mario.
Yeah, I think that's a good reasoning.
And I just never like got away from it. Like even today, if people want to play me in that, it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, my muscle memory has not gone away. I will play you as Mario.
Yeah, exactly. It's so muscle memory. I can't play as any other character these days.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna learn how to play a new character in that game. It's just I put my brain is probably thinking about something else entirely while I'm playing Smash. It's just
Oh
like
my god, that's so true.
it's like, did I turn off the oven after I left my house? Like,
Smash.
did I and in the background you're hearing like game set. Like, oh cool, yeah.
Zach. Yeah.
Oh cool, I won. Should I go pick up more beer?
Always.
Of course. What were you saying though?
I also played as Captain Falcon. I feel like everyone did that.
Oh, he was just fun to mess around with.
Yeah.
Everybody loved doing the Falcon Punch. It was just so satisfying.
If you got a Falcon Punch out, that was the best feeling.
There were matches where I would just be fucking around so much where I would only attack people with the Falcon Punch.
I remember that. You did that to me once.
Those are fun matches.
I wasn't even mad when you got me.
It's like timing a cannonball shot. Like, if it connects, it's going to do a ton of damage, but it's really hard to aim.
Yeah, and if it doesn't connect, then you have like 2 seconds of vulnerability.
And not even. You have like 4 seconds if you're counting like being in the air or like just be like charging up the attack and then the recoil after the attack.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit. But no, I mean, I love playing most of those characters. Most of
they're
them.
all fun to play as. Maybe not like Yoshi.
Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan. I don't know, I didn't really got the hang of... I like having an up B that actually helps me ascend. Having like an up B that is used as a projectile has always been like weird on my thumb. Because you have to...
it doesn't...
You start it off with up B, but then you need to also aim it afterward. So it's like doing an up B quarter circle to the right. It's a lot of steps to make a projectile work.
Same thing for like Ness.
Yeah.
But Ness, you could at least do like the thunder to like push you.
Yeah, I think it had a little more flexibility in that way, that it could be used as a projectile attack, but at the same time, there's a little more give to it.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you could control the egg after it launched.
Right.
That's kind of what that was.
Basically.
But yeah.
I liked Ness, though.
I think they had a solid lineup, and honestly, like when I was a kid, I didn't know half of the characters that I had on screen.
True.
Or like, well, I knew half of them. But like, I definitely didn't know Captain Falcon. I definitely did not know Ness because I never played Earthbound. Yeah, I know.
It's a good idea on Nintendo's part to like get you familiar with these other characters and then the other games subsequently.
Oh, it's 100%. It's like a gateway into like, oh, I like this character. What are they from? Oh, they're from this XYZ game. Great. I want to check out those games now. And then Nintendo has just made a sale and they're like twirling their mustache in success and like, we got him hooked, boys. Now he's gonna buy all the Fire Emblem games.
Yeah.
But no, they're still doing that to this day, like, in a lot of the more recent, like in Melee, they had characters from Fire Emblem that nobody had ever heard about, like Marth and Roy.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, wow, I like these characters. And then Fire Emblem had a huge resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a game seller to get your mascot into this game. It's like a great way to reinvigorate a franchise.
Yeah. I wonder, like, if other games, like, applied to be in Super Smash Brothers.
I know I remember reading that they were going to be putting in not other game characters per se, but other Nintendo-based characters into the original Smash Brothers. I think they were planning on putting in Bowser, actually, as a character in the original.
Okay.
But I think the programming limitations couldn't allow it or something like that. But
yeah, that would have been cool.
I think that would have been a cool idea. But, you know, it was the N64. It didn't have a ton of availability in terms of what it could put in there or not.
Yeah, and it already had Mario and Luigi.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you had the big two, right?
Yeah.
There you go. But I mean, I think that they had a really solid lineup for the beginnings of what was going to be a really successful franchise. Like 100%.
100.
Actually, you know what? I think this is going to be a good time to throw in a little bit of an internet backstory.
Internet backstory. Ooh.
Of course there's going to be internet backstory for this. We'll talk a little bit about the development of the game itself. So, Masahiro Sakurai was interested in making a fighting game for 4 players. His initial design for the game was called Kakuto Gima Ryo, or Dragon King: The Fighting Game, which featured very simple characters. After presenting the game to his co-worker, Satoru Iwata, he helped Sakurai continue on the project. Sakurai understood that many fighting games did not sell well, so he tried to make his game original. His first idea was to include famous Nintendo characters and put them into the fray. Knowing that he would not get permission to do so, Sakurai created a prototype of the game without sanction from Nintendo, and did not inform them until the game was fully well balanced. The prototype he presented included Mario, Donkey Kong, Samus, and Fox. The idea was obviously later approved. Let's see. The music for Super Smash Bros. Was composed by Hirokazu Ando, who later returned as sound and music director for Melee, and a complete soundtrack of the original Super Smash Bros. Was released on CD in Japan through Taichiku Records in 2001. That's a fun little internet backstory.
Yeah. Internet backstory. Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was a very interesting... I thought it was kind of funny that he knew right off the bat that Miyamoto would not approve of his characters just beating the shit out of each other. He'd be like, are you kidding me? Get that shit out of here, Sakurai. So I think it's kind of funny. He was just like, no, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna make him like it because it's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah.
He knew Miyamoto's crutch. If the game is good and fun, he's gonna like it. So yeah, I think it's a very interesting little tidbit of information there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I actually do have one more quick internet backstory if you want me to jump into it.
Well, you can't just mention it and not jump into it, Zach.
Alright, well, let's dive in.
Internet backstory. Internet backstory.
Paul, you just put a sound effect of me jumping into the pool, which is oddly appropriate, but at the same time, I can't follow you. You're too perfect, damn it. Anyway, I'm on the actual Smash Brothers N64 website, courtesy of the Wayback Machine. If nobody knows what that is, it's an archiving service that saves old websites from way back in the day. And the one from Super Smash Bros. Outlines all the names of the moves for each fighter. Some of them are pretty straightforward, like kick and throw and whatever. But some of them have very interesting names. Like Yoshi's throw is called Slurp and Burp.
That's great.
I thought it was an interesting. I don't even know if that's referencing a game. I don't remember it being related to a game in particular, but Slurp and Burp.
Next time I'm playing someone as Yoshi, I'm going to be like, don't you slurp and burp me.
And another one here from Mario. Apparently, his grab move is just called Super Mario.
Interesting.
I don't even know why that's called just Super Mario.
Weird.
It doesn't really do anything super, per se.
It's the grab.
Yeah. I think they really went off the rail with the names for grabs. And I mean, here we have Donkey Kong's is called the Monster Toss.
Okay.
Which kind of makes a little more sense because he's a big dude and he just kind of throws you like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a bit, I guess Slurp and Burp, probably 100% the best name in this entire game for a move.
Yeah. That is great.
And honestly, that's all I got from the website.
Internet backstory. Okay.
There's a lot of other stuff here, but again, it's archived stuff. So some of the links are broken. So you're not going to be able to get a ton of cool things. I'll just read what it says on the initial screen here. They've raised go-karts. They've thrown a party. Now Nintendo's cast of characters are taking their competitive spirits someplace it's never been before. The Ring!
What?
In a star-studded slam fest. There you go.
Great.
Just in case it wasn't epic enough for you.
This game just makes me want to play. I mean, talking about Smash just makes me want to play Smash.
Well, I mean, it's very convenient that a recent game just did come out soon. I believe it might be related to the original game. Not 100% sure.
What's it called?
I think it's like Super Smash Brothers Amalgam?
Oh, that is a similar name to.
No, that doesn't sound right. Let me try it again.
It's Super Smash Brothers Penultimate.
Ooh, I feel like that's close. I think it's Super Smash Brothers Pen. That sounds right to me.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think it's okay. So Super Smash Brothers Pen is the latest game from Ningarbo, and apparently it's a very good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Maybe we should do episodes about it.
That might make a really fun episode 100.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, Paul, what do you think?
Hi.
Even you agree? Oh, shit, let's do it!
That's it!
It's actually called Smash Brothers Ultimate. Okay, bye.